everyone, I'm Ryan Lund, and welcome to another episode of the Supper Club Social, where we review restaurants, movies, and TV shows and talk about home bars, cocktails, and pop culture. Today we are recording from the Portuguese Godfather's Lair with two of your favorite hosts. One is great on a road trip because he'll drive around and pretend that you're not even in the car. The other just got over crying because he witnessed the miracle of watching grass grow. Roy Smith and Lyle. And hosting all of us for the first time, Don Santos. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. Good to be here.
Yeah. Ready for another episode, you guys?
Should be a good one.
Yeah? Okay.
Actually, this is my first. So
Yeah.
I'm not a brother. No, haven't you sat in? You sat in.
You were
Yeah. This summer, he stopped in for a second. Or I guess it was fall.
Berea Taco episode, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys should be able to, share this bad boy.
Okay.
Let me move this out of the way. These cheap?
Yep.
All right, so we've got 4 people, 3 mics, and a lot of stuff to get to. So, Roy, what brought you to Old Linda to the Don Santos stuff today?
You know, I did some grocery shopping. You know, hit up Trader Joe's and Yolks, and then good old laundry. You know, everyone's favorite thing to do.
I call that a nice little Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, no one wants to butcher a bull's ass, but they want to eat the steak.
That's right.
You know. How about you, Lyle? Did you hit the hill?
I did hit the hill. Great day. Sunny, beautiful. The best time to ski. I mean, it was Bluebird. Skied, hooked up. I didn't ask their permission to use their names, so I met up with a professor.
Because by the end of the show, you get drunk and say everyone's name.
I know. It'll probably slip. So I met up with a professor and his girlfriend. His skiing is advanced a great deal. He was one of my favorites. He was in the education department.
Where
And their friend is a county commissioner.
Huh.
He or she, I'm not going to say.
Local government, huh?
Yeah, local government. Nice person. Knew my cousin who's a lawyer.
County commissioner.
So think of
Taxes, property assessor.
taxes. Think
He's
of
going to stay vague.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what does a county commissioner do?
think of school board for the county. They approve contracts,
Permits? Oh, like
permits, zoning.
sounds fun.
If they underwrite, and this was my cousin who's 30 telling me what they do.
Yeah.
But no, fun day. I had a personal best today.
Oh,
I went
PB.
70.8 miles an hour.
You know, they call that a PR,
On a skill.
not a
PR.
PB. Yep.
Yeah.
Not PB.
Not a
Oh,
PBR.
personal record. What
So
about
you're
a
just
personal
gonna
best?
ski till you die? Is that the idea here?
The thing is that it was in control. It was a lot of visibility. And it
What
was
record did it beat? Like 68?
68.7.
Wow, see, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't trying. It wasn't, well, my wife calls it the small man in me because my cousin, she says it's the little guy that comes out because my cousin like tries to ski faster. And
Yeah.
he was there and I knew he was behind me. And it was like,
Yeah.
no, you're not going to pass me. So,
Did you just hear the word beep?
yeah.
That was my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Vibrating.
So anyway, good day. We're going to ski a half day tomorrow.
Nice.
How long does the season go? Is it
Like, does it ever end?
I wish. That's not true because then it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
It goes to the end of spring break.
Well,
And then you can start going to Silver or other places that stay open. Silver, if they get 100 people, I've heard it's 100 or 1,000, they stay open until they don't get that number.
yeah, Schweitzer shuts down like in the middle of January just because they're just bougie and that way.
Yeah.
You guys go- they're off shopping.
Yeah,
guys are
we
perfect
got
for
our
each
money.
other.
Yeah. We got our money, we're out.
We're done.
Don Santos,
Oh, I also had a glorious dinner
oh, really?
by this guy.
Oh, yeah, tonight.
Yeah.
The old supper club section is
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
fun to talk about. Don Santos, how many levels of hell did you have to crawl through to get to this point in the day?
But it was a nice day.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I woke up, went on a walk.
Mm-hmm.
We're empty nesters, so
Yeah.
we had to find shit to make up to do. So yeah, and then we went to Costco.
Oh, nice.
Which
Bed
was a
Bath and
big-
Beyond.
Nice.
a big day.
Oh, nice little Saturday.
Yeah.
And then of course we had on the agenda of going maybe to, stepping it up and maybe even going to like Home Club or Lowe's or something, but just didn't have the energy and came home, took a nap, and
Ran out of
Yeah.
time.
and got ready for the big
show.
Big show. So
Yeah. And it was a nice show.
it was a nice day. Yeah.
What was
What's been the hardest part about being an empty nester? I mean, was there a
Hardest?
transition period? I mean, I know it's been a while,
Was it
but
just the hangover from
was it like,
rejoicing?
now I got to talk to this woman? or and vice versa? I don't mean it.
We've always had we're kind of buddies and everything. So that part there was easy. The hard part was just being busy because when you're in the throes, you got two kids and we had two kids that happened to be athletes that, they were playing 10 basketball games a month and 18 volleyball games a month and they were in Wenatchee and this, just finding time and everything. And then all of a sudden, when that's done, they went to college. They were lucky enough to play college sports too. But when that was done, we're like, we don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
What do we do now? Well, let's take up this or that and
Right.
just that part of the empty nest. But the empty nesting part, another part is, and I excuse me for keep saying another part, but is there's parts of this house that I don't even go to anymore because, like the kids' rooms. I don't know
Your
the last
window
time.
cleaner goes in there every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, you're in there more than I am. Yeah,
Like-
and like downstairs, the basement. I was there a couple of days ago. I was like, I went to the bathroom in the basement bath, and I was like, when's the last time I've
Yeah.
been here?
Right.
When's the last time this has been clean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Good deal. We'll dive into a heck of a lot more of that during the segment of the week, Lyle. If you can hold on your personal questions for a little bit. Me? Yeah.
How'd you
thanks
get
for
here,
asking.
Ryan? How'd you get here, Ryan? Tell us about it.
I had
Basketball.
a great day.
Basketball.
I played a little basketball today, yeah. 14-year-old son and his little, I shouldn't say little, although he is short, friend played me and my wife 2-on-2. And we've been trying to tell him that, like, you can't it's a team sport. Like, it's more about setting up your teammates rather than trying to score yourself,
Pick and
which is
roll.
just bounces off their head and does not compete. So we just destroyed them.
They wanted to do the Steph Curry
And it
or
wasn't because
isolation.
we were bigger or anything.
That helps.
Till it got close. I had to
is
post
it
up a
we
few
or
times.
Amy?
I was distributing.
Oh,
I
really?
tried to
Yeah.
feed her. I was setting up my partner.
Amy's a player. Amy
Yeah.
was a player.
I- She let me know when I
wonder
screwed
what
up.
her take would be, though.
She kept going, "Why? Take that shot! Take that shot!"
Shoot it.
Oh, by the way, I've been watching on Facebook Amy's live streams of Carter.
Yeah.
You need to hit the mute button. That kid's going to go through some therapy.
What's really funny is the coach's wife records near us. So Carter's grandpa and his mom are really featured in that audio. Why they don't mute it, I don't know.
No, it's entertainment.
I would mute it.
And Amy can back up everything she's telling him to do.
Yeah, she's right about all of it. I mean, so she's fun to watch basketball with, that's for sure. And so I had a nice little walk outside, 55-degree day. It was quite nice.
No, it was very nice.
And that's about it. So I
Any trips to the ER this?
we
couple days
dodged
for
the
the
doctor today. And today's Saturday. So
There's always tomorrow.
I think it's been since Wednesday since
Wow.
we've been to the doctor.
Do you have your own parking space there?
Do you have a punch card?
Yeah, VIP.
No, there's just a plaque outside that said the house that Lund's built.
So the whole hospital, the whole wing of a hospital.
Pretty much. What's our time at, Roy?
We got 7 minutes still.
Oh, we can linger. Here I'm being mean to Lyle, cutting him off, and we're just
I know.
sitting here with 7 minutes left.
Yeah. What do we got next?
Caipirinhas are quite tasty. Huh?
Yeah, they are.
Is that Italian?
Oh, how dare you? It's Portuguese.
Caipirinha.
Well,
Ends in a vowel.
Are you going to
We
step
poured
on
our Portuguese heart out to you today in the form of a meal and drink. And you're saying that?
You're going to step on happy hour segment now, too?
Mm-hmm.
Just really go after it?
Unscripted.
All right, well, Roy, let's move it on to the next segment. What do you say?
All right, let's do it. Take a little quick break.
Yeah.
Cheers. It's happy hour.
Happy hour.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for the mugs, by the way.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Are you going to sign these and let's take them home?
We got these for our wedding.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow.
And then one day, this is when Tiff and I had, we still don't, but we had zero money, and she goes,
Yeah.
in the paper, because they didn't have Craigslist or anything back then, she goes, someone was selling the same pewter that we have, and it was like $180.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Did they sell them? I bought them. I was like, I have no money. But, I mean, out of that, I mean, probably 10 settings, 10 mugs.
Yeah.
Right now, in today's value, it's probably, a couple $1,000 worth of pewter.
Oh,
she
really?
bought but back then, I was just
Yeah.
stressed.
It's a month of rent.
Honey, I love you. We were married for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And all night, I couldn't sleep going, how the hell am I going to make up for that?
Well, I'm glad you made it out of that.
Verily.
The Caipirinha is the national cocktail of Portugal. Roy, do you have anything on that?
Yeah, I got some notes thrown at me here. So it's a great warm weather drink. I can see that. It's very lemonade-ish.
I agree with that, but
Limeade. There you go.
Okay.
Limeade.
agree more with that.
Yeah.
Every cocktail maker should have in their repertoire. It is basically a muddled daiquiri, but the brightness of the muddled limes and the cachaca set it apart.
Cachaca.
Well, whatever, each their own. This recipe follows the traditional recipe, which is built right in the glass. No additional tools required.
It's the best part. Who wrote that, Roy? Oh, they're blood doubles.
Oh, the Spruce Eats, your go-to website. Oh, Tom Macy. Oh, of course it is.
I've exchanged emails with Tom Macy
yeah.
before.
You're tight. You guys are tight.
I mean, it didn't
Good guy.
continue, but he did reply to one of my emails.
That's all we got. This is just how to
many
make it.
emails did you send? to
You
get
already
one
got that
back?
on film.
There's one more on the history of the cocktail, Roy.
So run. How many
Yeah.
emails did you send? Did you stock? Did you
No.
cyber?
Yeah, he did.
Stock this guy?
I sent one. I was just like your website and like cool idea that blah blah blah. Because the Spruce Seeds, I think he's just a contributor to the website. So like he'll write a blurb about a cocktail and it'll have his name. I clicked his name. I went to his website contact section,
Oh,
and
okay.
then I just like
Stalking
he
him.
makes
Cyber
canned
stalking.
cocktails like Poffenrath or
Oh, yeah.
like the dry fly. So I sent out the email and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna try your stuff and this and that. And I was like, oh wait, I sent him another one that probably made it weird. I was like, ironically, I live with one of your competitors.
Where's he
they're
out
on
of?
the same list, New York.
Is he? Okay.
I've never seen them here, but they've got slightly different flavors and stuff. Social Hour Cocktails. Nice name too.
Yeah.
Well, it was invented. When was the Caipirinha invented? Although it is ingrained in Brazilian culture, the history of the Caipirinha is not clear. Some stories date it to the 19th century when it was enjoyed on a sugarcane plantation. That makes sense. Another
You and
account
Tiff
says
got married?
it evolved from a medicinal tonic of cachaca, green lemon, honey, and garlic used during the Spanish flu epidemic in the 20th century. Well,
So once again,
good old medical
alcohol
cure.
saved the world.
It did. That's how I beat COVID.
There, that's
Just
freaking-
gimlets all week.
How did someone go, hey, we got lime, sugar, some rum.
Yep.
Anybody got some garlic?
Yeah, I know. Just had it like, I'll just throw it in there.
Yeah, let's really amp this thing up a bit.
That is a good point. For every happy hour these days, we like to say one good thing that's going on. You can't say what you said in the intro. Lyle, you got one good thing to report?
Daylight savings time.
I don't know if that was a good thing. Not yet. Still adjusting.
Still working on that one. I think it's great.
I've never.
Days are getting longer.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
It's the sleep, missing the hour of sleep.
Yeah.
Readjusting that is tough.
Eh,
Especially when you wake up at 4 in the morning.
It's not that
What time do you wake up to go to work?
I wake up at 5:30.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Snooze button for an hour.
Yeah. I get 4, and I get 15 minutes to snooze,
Oh, okay.
or else I'm late.
That's all what you get used to.
Yeah. But now when you lose that and you're waking up
And
at 3 for a
3.
week.
Yeah, okay. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first year I've had trouble adjusting in the morning. Usually, like, I'm so jazzed for spring forward that, but I've had like a gallon of coffee every morning. And I don't know why. Because it's right when you start waking up with the sun, and then it backs up, so it's a little dark early for, a little bit longer. So that's been tough to get used to. But yeah, I agree with that one.
All right.
That's a good thing. Don Santos, you got one good thing going on?
I'm, again, a little bit older, so I hate, getting dark at
People walking
4
on your
o'clock
lawn, hard mattresses.
and driving a bus. And, just the 4 o'clock darkness. And so I am very amped.
It
The
really
7 o'clock.
sucks. Yeah.
7 o'clock, it's still light out. And,
Yeah.
Roy, along with you, I'm an early riser also.
Yeah.
But I'm a creepy early sleeper also, too.
Oh, yeah. See, I can't get that one yet.
Yeah, 8:30 at night, I'm looking at Tiff and my
I
wife
wish.
and going, whew.
Yeah.
If I could go to bed at 8:30, I would in a heartbeat. But
Yeah.
I just lie in bed. I've tried it, and I'm just sitting there.
What time do you go to sleep?
About 9:30, 10.
Yeah. Do you ever? What screws me up about sleeping is I do math. I'll be like, I'll wake up like at 3:30 and go,
Yeah.
okay, I went to sleep at 9. That's 6.5 hours. I think some doctor said that should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So 6.5 hours, then I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah, the late.
The hour of
Yeah.
darkness in the morning.
Yes, I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that spring forward.
Well,
It's
what
cool
gets
that-
me, and sorry for stepping on you, is that we're so close to the time difference. Mountain time,
International Dateline? Oh, the other way.
Mountain time, and Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
So when I grew up in Montana, we didn't have these. Like, it wasn't dark at 4. It got dark at like 5:30. We're so close to that where they juggle the hour.
Well, it's about as worse as it can get, right?
It's as bad as it can get. Yep.
I don't know. I can't do the math what it'd be like on the East Coast, but
Yeah, the further you get out from that.
it happens more in the middle of your day. Is what you're saying? Like the light.
I
change?
never remember it being dark at 4 o'clock
Yeah.
like it is here. I mean, it's brutal.
Right. Is that because they have like strip clubs blacked out? Or?
No, I was still under 18. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
At
I don't think
Lucky
that matters
Hills
in
Casino.
Montana.
Yeah. No, but being so close to where it switches is tough.
Right.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. Roy, you got one good thing?
My daughter does swim, and she finally dove off the block for the first time in like 3 months,
I saw that. Congratulations.
which
Nice.
was it took her so long. She got up there a couple times and just like got in her head,
Yeah.
and then backed off.
Right.
So it was nice that she finally did it. But then the coach made her stop because he was worried about her internals and not throwing up because she was belly flopping so hard.
Oh, like the splat.
Yeah, so he was like, "Yeah, you did great. I'm happy for you, but like, let's take these next 2 off." But she was pretty excited, and she liked everybody's comments that they posted on my wife's posting of it, and she thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
pretty cool. That's one good thing about social media.
Yeah.
Was that on the book face?
Yeah,
Okay.
The good thing is, if your wife didn't do a video, I would have thought she's been doing it forever.
Well, yeah.
She did a good job.
yeah,
It was
Then all of a sudden
really
I
nice.
listened and she
Yeah.
she commentated saying she's had a tough time
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah, so
she used to be really outgoing, and then she got ran over by a bicycle at a campground one time, and it just like
really,
shot her down when it came to like doing stuff that seemed like it might hurt a little bit.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That was
Well,
a pretty serious one, too.
yeah, it was pretty
She got
bad.
Pretty mangled. I completely get that.
How about you, Brian? How about
Me?
you give
One
us
good
something
thing?
positive?
I mean, I'm going 55 degrees today. Like, I'm just soaking up the weather.
Isn't that what you said at the start?
Did I? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, you
talking
did.
done. That's what he said.
I don't think so.
All right, one good thing for old RKL here. We this is like it's almost a good thing. We cleaned out like the storage area of the basement, but to accomplish that, like we destroyed this area, but normally a common area to put all that crap there, so we could kind of make
Sure.
some space. But so the one disaster area is now in order a little bit, but all the shit that was like clogging it up is now here, and all the stuff that was here is now here. So
So you just move
it's a
piles.
cascading
You move
effect.
Yeah.
piles.
I think we're gonna rearrange the basement. So I just told her, Amy really likes to like, we're gonna get this done today. I'm like, this is a 6-week process, like 6 Saturday process.
Yeah.
Especially with the baby roaming around. But it felt good to get the one space kind of like usable again, because it's just, oh man. With
Storage
the kid
areas are the
clothes,
worst.
We've got like 10,000 pairs of shoes in our house. Like if aliens showed up and they were like inspecting people's stuff, they'd be like, what the hell's going on in here?
Why the shoes?
Why, what the, like serial killers, kids, dead, what? Why do we have, I don't know. So we've got a ton of shoes, boxes and boxes of shoes and clothes. And our family, the sister has a bunch of kids, so like it's this like black market of kid clothes. So
Oh, they go back and forth.
Oh, man,
The
yeah.
exchange, yeah.
yeah. So that's my one good thing. I wanted to start a heated debate here. What is better, the first 45-degree day in February or the first 60-degree day in March?
I think the 45. Because you finally get out of the freezing, so it feels like it's 60.
Good point. Good point. Before I rebuttal, I'm going to see what everyone else
Okay.
says.
Okay. That's your prerogative.
My opinion is skewed because I'm sad that my ski season is coming to an end.
Well, this
even though
is what makes you, Lyle.
I like that we're out of the fog and it's, I put sunscreen on today and it's great skiing, but I'm sad winter's ending. I really am.
So what did he say? Did
He likes the March probably.
March?
Or neither, maybe. Possibly neither.
I like it first snowfall.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Sounds
get
good.
out of here with that garbage.
I might like the next question more. Don, any sense on the first 45-degree day in February or the first 60-degree day in March, if you have either?
Probably February. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I dislike. I love winter from about November 25th through
Thanksgiving.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's me.
And all of a sudden, once Christmas hits, I'm like, okay, we're done. Let's
Yeah.
get this
Yeah.
party going.
Yeah. I'm ready for spring once New Year's is over.
Yeah.
Isn't it just a major heartbreaker, though, like when second winter starts after that 45-degree day? Because it happens every year.
Yeah.
That's
It
why
is.
I go for the March 60, because then you're good.
Yeah.
But I can't, in February when it's 45, I'm just like, no.
Well,
Maybe if this happened in
I
January.
loved it. I wore shorts that day.
No, it's a tease because you think like, oh, winter's over.
Yeah.
It's not over.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
All right, what's your
that's
next
all we
question?
debate, Yeah.
What was
Let's,
yours?
I'm
What's
going.
your th-
I'm going to March 60. That's what I.
Really?
I love that. Yeah.
How about
Because
if you
that's
get-
where
how
I'm
about if you
like,
get both?
we're out of the woods. I hate the February 45
Really?
because it's a fool's errand. You're definitely getting another 4 weeks of winter. So
At
everything
least.
melts and then it snows more and you're like, man, I just get too. I'm like, all right, winter's over. It's 45. Like, everything's melting. We're done.
Too optimistic.
2 years ago, Downriver was open like the 10th of March.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a very mild winter. I mean, excuse me. Start off. It seems like the last
Yeah.
4 or 5 years, it start off really heavy,
Yeah.
Right.
and oh my God, we're gonna have then melts and
Yeah.
then you
Peters
get a little
out.
bit.
Yeah.
Not this year. This year is winter forever.
Isn't the course like super soft though? I mean,
Right now, yeah,
so they don't like carts on it. You have to walk it.
right now they're not letting anybody golf until they're talking April,
Oh, April.
even if it doesn't rain, snow.
Just to get all the sogginess and the permafrost going.
And also they had the beetle, the pine beetle.
Oh, yeah.
They cut down 220 trees.
I noticed that
Really?
driving down there
Yeah.
because TJ Minox
Yeah.
shut down, so I
Yeah.
went that way. And a
Yeah,
lot of trees.
220 trees.
Wow.
No. That's crazy.
Man, that seems like a lot.
But it's
I wonder
gonna
if it'll
save
feel
other
like
trees.
a lot over as you walk through the course.
Yeah,
It's a pretty big
it's gonna suck
space.
for me because I have no
No shade.
20 less chances of the ball ricocheting back and get it on the fairway.
That's what I always used to love about golfing at Sundance. It's just like fairways were just lined with pine trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you went in there, I'd just be like, I'm getting a ball out because this
Just
shit.
drop it in the bullshit.
Never getting out.
I like golf. I'm a horrible golfer, but it's one of those things where I don't do it enough, and I'm easy on myself. I'm just like, I'm not chasing the ball. Like, there we go. I'm in the fairway again.
I'll tee up on the fairway
Yeah.
when I golf. Yeah.
All right, next question for happy hour here.
Maybe this might be a good time for a break.
Yeah, we could do a break.
Right.
Or I could ask a real quick question.
Real quick, you got about 3 minutes.
All right.
So give you a little leadway with the timer.
This is the part where we agree. It's the same as debate, basically. Busting out your lawnmower for the first time is more fun than busting out your snowblower for the first time.
I agree.
Are you just trying to get the segment over?
No, I agree. I
No,
much more enjoy mowing
don't
the yard
know.
than I enjoy snow blowing.
But you don't actually get to answer. 'Cause
You don't even mow your yard.
yeah, you do neither.
I mow the front.
Party in the back.
Yeah.
Who mows your yard?
Nobody.
Who mows?
I let the back yard burn because we're never there.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You
why
should
am I
go
going to
north.
water it?
It's just it's
like a
nasty
desert.
back there.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about you, Don? Go lawnmower, snowblower, shovel.
Again, going back to age, the
Yeah.
terror of bringing out the lawnmower and going, God, I hope this thing starts. In the first place. And I don't have electric start. I don't have,
Right.
This the terror going. Am I going to throw my back out
Yeah.
for the next week and a half? And when it goes after like 2 or 3, there's pure relief and
Right.
joy.
Yeah.
So that first mow
The elation.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
How about you?
Oh, I'm definitely I'm kind of both, but I really love getting out there early on the first snow blow of the year. Like everyone else is like, oh, it snowed, or oh, it snowed, but I'm already out there snow blowing either way. But that first lawnmower pull, if it starts, you
Yeah.
can't top that.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Let me ask you a question. You did snow blowing this year, right?
Yeah.
For Clean Cata
Yep.
in the first year?
No, this is about my third or fourth
Is it?
year of it. Kind of grows every year.
Yeah, because I was driving down Northwest Boulevard and
Did
I
you
saw,
see me?
Yeah, you were right in the throes of
Oh man.
some nasty shit there.
Did I blast it onto you?
I honked and you were, hey.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
oblivious to anything
I've
around
got
him.
earbuds in and earphones, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's I did 200 houses this year.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow, good for you.
So anyway, we're out of time. We'll have to put a pin in it and move it on to the next segment, Roy.
Yep, sounds good to me. All right, people, grab your seat. It's time for supper.
It's supper club time.
Yes, it is. Supper club time.
That's
Roy.
right.
Well, we are here at the Santos house, and we got cooked up some sweet stuff.
We did. It was amazing food.
Great time for a drink there.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm moving in
Yeah,
officially. Yep.
that'll be nice.
Yep. I'll do
Anyway.
dishes.
So we had the Don Santos. What did we have to eat?
We had the Portuguese linguiça bread, which was a little bit twisted, as I mentioned
Right.
before. Yeah. We had Bifanas,
Or you're
which
about
were
to mention, technically.
the Bifanas too, which is basically a pub sandwich.
Yeah.
You know that if I was to mention that to the Portuguese people, they would freak out. You know,
Right.
but it was a pork cutlet with an amped up one with linguiça and onions and green peppers and red peppers and an egg.
So in Portugal, they'll that meal is more of a fine, not fine dining, fine dining.
No, it's going to be a pub.
It's
And,
like
you know,
so. Why would they be offended if you described it like that?
the truth. We're dicks, you know. They're bougie for no reason.
Right.
There's, they want to make, if you post a recipe or anything, and you not forget, but if your version
Isn't
has
what they grew up with?
exactly, if you have 2 onions instead of a half an onion,
Yeah.
you are blasphemy.
Right.
It's crazy.
I get it. I mean, you're preserving a culture, but you're also
Trying to make it so you like it better.
yeah,
Yeah,
Just like no one ever sticks to the recipe once they do it once.
right, yeah.
They
The
want
whole
to tweak it.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole idea of YouTube videos, the cooking shows. If everyone did it the same way, why the fuck would you need a show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3 parts tomatoes, 2 parts oregano, 1 part garlic.
Yeah.
That's the way it's done. Okay, we're done. We don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but my version does a little bit of, little bit of wine, a little bit, whatever. It's just, it's almost like the Portuguese people just want to pound down their people because not only what I do, on the YouTubes, but I've also looked at other Portuguese food people, and they get grilled. I'm like, let someone come to the top.
Yeah.
Show the people, show the world our food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not exactly how Grandma made it, that's fine. Make your own video and go, hey, that dude almost had it right, but if you threw a little bit of this or that, this is the way my grandma made it. And it's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I mean, you see it a lot in cocktails and stuff where you're like, oh, that's not an old fashioned. You can't.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not allowed to be creative.
Exactly. And then that dude's bashed. It's not, hey, I like your version, but I think this is the way I like it better.
Yeah.
It's it's F you.
Right. And they won't try the version you did.
Yeah.
They'll just trash it.
Yeah. Too many keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
I mean,
everywhere.
Yeah.
That being said, slight bit of negativity. Let's throw into this video we made for the foods, Roy.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. And I guess it's a good time to take a break.
It's time to dive into the segment of the week.
I don't know what's gotten into you today. Segment of the week is everyone's favorite segment. Today we've got Don Santos in the hot seat for a couple interview questions.
Oh.
Don Santos, why is being Portuguese such an important part of who you are?
Wow. Living in Spokane, being one of 3 Portuguese people in the entire town.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the importance of being Portuguese. I think it's the importance of culture. Knowing. I'm obsessed with the roots of why I'm wired this way. Why do I like this certain process? Why things I didn't appreciate when I was 4, 5, 6, when my grandmother was cooking, when my mom was cooking, when but things you absorbed. Then you look back and especially in this new woke generation where everyone is, wants to be bland.
Right.
But then again, everyone wants to tighten up and go, I'm Hispanic, this is the way I cook. I'm Portuguese, this is the way I cook. I'm Hungarian, this is the way I cook. Or talk or culture.
Yeah.
It's extremely important to me to also filter down to my kids. I'm 100% Portuguese. Now, also, I don't pay $99 to get the 23andMe because my great-great-grandmother might have had a little star in her eye for the Italian chef down the road, but everything that's brought to me is I'm 100% Portuguese. And I want my kids, they're not. They didn't find that other spouse, Portuguese guy or girl in Washington, the other 3. But I want them to appreciate the culture, but not craziness,
Yeah. I think you brought up woke. What occurred to me when you said that was woke seems to be like from this point how I want to be treated forward, and culture seems to be like what led me to who I am today. That's a good point. Occurred to me that I'm not sure if it even makes sense, but I totally get wanting to. It's kind of like, why does the hour hand click? Because when you open up the clock, there's 1,000 gears that led to that little thing going.
True. Yeah.
Um,
And it's almost cool to have a reason, and that's why I appreciate, and again, the Hispanic group, the Asian group, they're taking their roots, the way they were raised, and everything, and bringing it to other people and going, this is who I am.
right.
And I do a Portuguese. I did a Portuguese cooking show
Right.
in Spokane. There was no one. I did a Portuguese food cart type thing
Yeah.
at a farmer's market in Spokane, and sold out
Yeah.
5 out of 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, people are eager to absorb what you got and they feel the passion. Food is a thing that you can show your passion. Look at the barbecue.
Yeah.
How many people, hey, feel my barbecue.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, really? You got a $3 cut of brisket. Now, not $3, of course.
Yeah.
But I got some da-da-da-da-da. And there's passion.
Right.
That chef and I call him a chef, and people, the foodies he's not a chef because he didn't spend 7 years and da-da-da.
Sure.
But that guy's sitting in front of the grill, pouring his shit out,
Yeah.
and producing a product where he tastes it,
Right.
and going, this is who I am. And
Right.
the people aren't fucking around, and they're going, hey, you got something here.
Right.
Or you entertain me for the next 20 minutes. I'm full as shit. I need a nap. That's reward. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, it's passion.
Right. I think it equates to like somebody who, like a songwriter, and you take it into music. Like people can write songs and sing them, but the person that originally wrote the song and recorded it and sang the words as they were, with the emotion behind them, kind of doubles back to like the food where you're like perfecting it. And I didn't really like how that tasted. I had a little more of this, a little more of that, and it tastes right to you. It's like, and then when people like that and you share it with everyone.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a high.
It definitely. I mean, people look at social media. I mean, there's more pictures of food.
Yeah.
People aren't going, I got nothing else better to do. I'm just going to take a picture of what I just cooked. They're going, this is my passion.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it kind of creeps me, when we go to like a craft fair or something, and you just walk by these people that here's my crochet little kitty, and you just feel bad because you're like, that's not
your thing.
but you just feel them looking at you going, are we connecting?
Yeah.
Right.
No, but, and 10 other people might walk by and say the same shit, but then you're going to get the same one. You're going to get one person to walk by and go, you know what?
Yeah.
I like that crocheted little kitty cat you got. I'll give you $10.
Yeah.
Then they get the euphoria and everything, and they're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with So
Well, cool. I think anybody have a follow-up question to that?
No, I didn't know we were doing questions, so
Oh,
I didn't prepare one.
cool. Well, this is a little bit of a pivot, not necessarily related to that. So was or is it a challenge for you to balance your competitive nature with parenting?
such as
So, kind of, I know your backstory a little bit of coming up through high school and baseball, just competitive nature to like want to play, want to be better, and you got to pretty high levels in baseball. I am making a couple assumptions that is part of who you are. Does that bleed into... Can you turn that off when you're like trying to maybe watch your kid play 7th grade basketball and they're goofing around or something? I'm kind of beating around a weird question here. I'm not sure. So, was it a challenge for you to switch from Don Santos badass mode to Don Santos like mistakes are okay mode? And I don't know if I'm really saying it right. Do you know what I'm getting at at all?
Yeah. No. I was horrible. I mean, my son, I used to coach him baseball, and he was good. And I always try to push him. You see this crap that's one in a gazillion. The Tiger Woods dad, the Venus Williams dad, Serena Williams dad, the Marinovich world, but Marinovich, that shit that you push the kids and you kind of and you think that could work,
right.
But it worked. Lightning hit, or ball, the ball kids.
How many kids did it break in the process?
Yeah, I mean, so I was a horrible dad coach, and I would probably, they go, "You gonna coach your grandson?" Absolutely not. I'm gonna sit in the stands and cheer him, and whether he strikes out 9 times or
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Right.
And I had false expectations that I put on my kids, and I get cringy when I walk into gymnasiums now with kids, because I know I'm going to have to fight the urge to tell some parent to fuck off. It's a real thing. And
From the perspective of you fucked it up before.
with 100%,
Yeah.
without a doubt, I coached my son and coached, we were successful in everything we did, but I was a dick. I was the if you do this, you're going to be here.
Right.
Where I just didn't go roll out the sun. Let's have fun. And of course, you want to. There's a line between fun. And okay, you strike out 9 times. I'm still going to bat your first.
Sure.
And you're. Or the point of you got to get better.
Right.
Yeah.
I was closer to the dick than the supportive dad.
Yeah.
Right. Is that something you would, I guess, change or go
Without
back
a
and
doubt.
do different?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I would definitely, and like I said, my success, it became a me thing. It became a,
The team was a reflection on you.
Yeah, you see it every day. You're with Carter now. And you're watching these swim teams.
Yeah.
That they're winning, and they think that, it's about development.
Right.
And all that stuff. It doesn't. Everything that you think matters when they're 12 doesn't matter shit when they're 18.
Right. Yeah.
Because no, it's kind of like death. No one's making it out, but death, no one's making it out.
Yeah.
But sports, minute.
Yeah. Make it all the way.
Make it out, and
Right.
it's not determined by if I'm a dick with my son. It's determined when he's born. Something's inbred in that kid that he's going to make it. He's either got a muscle twitch that's quicker than anybody.
Yeah.
A mindset that's better than anybody. It's not something I'm going to, put your elbow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swing through the ball, and that
They have it or they don't.
Big
At birth,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like smart. There's smart kids, and then there's me, right?
Yeah.
I can. The smart kids don't study, get an A. I can study everything and barely get a C plus. There's nothing going to change that.
Right.
I sent him to Zumba, whatever math strategy class.
Yeah.
Really spent $500 to make a kid better.
Yeah.
He's still an
Right.
idiot. He's still a poor kid. Anyway, so
You can't coach stupid.
yes,
Yeah.
You can't coach stupid.
that's
Right.
exactly right. Did I get off on a tangent a little bit?
No,
Just a
No,
little
that was
bit.
good.
Great.
I wasn't expecting
No, but I've seen
answer from you.
in another sport my kid plays, the coaches are more about let's have fun and not really hit the fundamentals. And then when they go play a team that have hit on the fundamentals and they're just everything passing, everything's perfect. And then our team's like, oh, we passed like twice. And then we were just like chasing around in bubbles.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's why. Like, you got to teach them.
Do you think,
Basics.
Roy, on that, do you think it's the passing, or you think it's just those 8 girls were better than your 8 girls,
Well, no.
athletic wise?
Well, no, probably. They're more, and mentally,
Yeah,
you could see that they wanted it more.
yeah.
But I think they also practiced what they were supposed to be practicing more too than.
But
Because a pass is pretty basic, and for your whole team to not be good at passing,
I know,
it's
but
pretty
do
rare.
you think because they were good, they were able to practice, they enjoyed practice more, so they went to that level, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the musician, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you get a guy that, at 6 years old, hand him a guitar, he makes music.
Yeah.
I hand it to my son, he's, and no matter what I do,
That's not going to change that.
so is it the practicing the fundamentals or just those 8 kids and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Those 8 kids just happen to be more skilled at that one area, whatever.
That's possible, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That's just something that irritates me because we never did we're going to have fun for the next 30 minutes instead of practicing a play or something you guys messed up last week,
Yeah, you're one.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
If I may, it sounds like what I like to see out of coaching is you might be herding cats, but we're herding cats in a direction. Mm-hmm. And if it's not going to go to the Super Bowl or the World Series or whatever, then I have had coach teams where it hit a point where you're like, this is how far we're getting.
Yeah, exactly. It might be one win or it might be this. Yeah.
And we I just coached a Caleb's basketball team last year or something where we had 2 or 3 kind of okay kids, or not, I shouldn't say it like that knew the game. They could dribble and they knew what a basket. And then the other 8 or 9 didn't even know anything. Completely fresh off the boat, never played before. And we spent so much time. My assistant coach was this real nuts and bolts guy, new drills and stuff like that. So we happened to just make a really good pair where it's let's work on this other part of the game for a second. And so I'm kind of off on a tangent here, not knowing where I'm going. But so I don't like seeing practice time wasted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But there is a line where you're okay, we're going to make Sharks and Minnows 10 minutes at the end of the game rather than 10 minutes and then the practice, the 5-minute intermission and the beginning of practice where you're not learning and trying to get better.
100%.
Looks like we're butting up against a time window here, Roy. Should we put a pin in things?
Yeah,
and possibly
move it on.
I've got one more question for Don Santos after this.
Oh, after the break? All right.
It's time to dive into the segment of the week. Second time, it's better than the first.
Yeah.
Don Santos, one more question for you.
Hey.
I had a longer version of this question, and I shortened it to this.
You're real lucky.
Nice.
No crying in this.
Yeah.
Wait, is there... Oh, careful, Lyle. I just saw a bee pollinate a flower.
Those allergies.
Yeah. What does having many lifelong friendships say about you? So, you seem to have a lot of long friendships. And from me knowing you a little bit, and they're close, long friendships. I've got a few of those that go back to elementary school, and some that go to the street I grew up on. Some that go to high school, but not that many. And even the ones pre-high school aren't really that close anymore. What I'm curious about is, do you think it says something about you personally, the time you grew up in, or is it just one of the freaks of nature that y'all like each other still? Or something I didn't mention.
I think a little bit of a twitch, that I have this. I have one of my best friends from.
I should include your wife with this.
Yes, yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
I'm very loyal. I mean, it's to a fault.
Right.
And by the way, Tiffany's not a fault for being. But I have a friend from, the Bay Area that we're still best friends, and he, we met each other in second grade. And, then I moved up to Spokane when I was in eighth grade, and met my other best friend, and to this day, Dave Rippon, and we're still, just loyal to, we just, some clicked, and I don't like change. If someone, things that are very important to me are loyalty, honesty, morals, everything. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of shit that happened that with those buddies that are great stories that shouldn't be on the air. Yeah. But it's just I everything that when I gain trust in someone, it takes a lot. If I put my love and trust in someone, whether it be my wife, my kids, their friends, their family,
Right.
I pray that they don't ever break the reason why I will fight for that relationship.
Yeah.
Everyone, relationships are tough, and Tiff and I have been married 32 years, and there's times when it's a fight,
Right.
and you and I'm always will fight for her and fight for everything.
That sounds like a really mature way to answer it.
That's not the answer you wanted.
Long friendships have gone through when you're a kid, teenager, punk 20-year-old, getting married. They've survived so much. And what you just said made me think about the Portuguese part of you, the thinking of where things started, and I feel like all those relationships that you've like vetted them, like these are the ones. Not that they're closed off to new ones forming, but they kind of have made who you are. And I feel like it might not be. I feel like it would almost be the same as you saying like I'm not Portuguese anymore. To say like I'm not friends with you anymore, to the people that you've committed to. Is that I'm kind of floating around.
No, you're right. I mean, the hardest work I have in my life is I don't know if there's a dozen or 10 dozen. But if my circle is the hardest work I gotta, because I very rarely let anyone else in my circle. That circle, I work hard to keep my circle, and whether it be my kids, my friends, my whatever, the people that influence me. I don't, when I put my trust in someone, I don't just go one day, we're going to go do this together. The next day I'm like, okay, he didn't follow my lead. He's out.
Right.
Yeah.
My love for my circle is crazy. If it's the same people, and they'll come in and out. And if you want to be part of that circle, great. If you're in,
Sure.
But I don't know.
I feel like I've kind of asked a question that has left you floundering to try to answer it because of its vagueness, which I think you did answer.
I just don't think you're good at taking people's answers that you weren't expecting to be the answer.
Well, I think my deeper question about that is like, what does it say? What does it say about you is that, but you're not a hard person to make friends with. Do you feel like you're a hard person to, what would it take to get into your circle? No, that's not really what I want to ask. I don't think I have a better way to articulate this one.
Yeah, I think you just let it go and let his answer be his answer.
Well, I'm not trying to change his answer. I'm trying to ask a deeper question, Roy. Yeah. It's a question within a question.
Yeah, you're really good at questioning people's answers with another question.
I'm not questioning his answer. Lyle, do you have anything to add? Every time Lyle tries to take a drink of something, I ask him something.
So coming from a small town, my circle is infinitely small, and like you said, it's a continuum. They can come in and they can come out, and you connect with people, and especially and Roy can relate to this.
Yeah.
Being from a small town, I mean, you share things throughout your life, and sometimes they go away, and sometimes they come back. My friend Jess, we hadn't talked in like 20 years. We go skiing twice a year together. I mean, it's like we haven't missed a beat. I saw my buddy Norbeck. We hadn't hung out in 20 years.
What's his first name again?
Can't say it on the air. But, I mean, I met up with him, and we hadn't missed a beat in 20 years. Not the same jokes. We're both 45 now, not...
Right. Well, they're new jokes.
We're not 18,
Wait.
19 together. But, I mean,
Are we working on the easy?
Yeah, I fought it off.
Together.
I fought it off. Yeah. But, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Seeing my buddy again, it's awesome.
That's the greatest thing. I mean, just
Yeah.
when you see these people that you connect with, and there's no agenda.
Yeah.
You know, you
Right.
just walk up and you say, "Hey," even the story. I have friends that we tell the same. Tiff looks at me and goes, "You know, we see him 3 times a year, and the same stories, the same laughs,
Yeah.
the same pee stains in your jeans because you're laughing so fucking hard. You know, just the same shit."
Yeah.
But it was so special in
It
the
was
moment.
and you look for it, you're driving, you're going, you're just excited to see this.
Yeah.
You know, because they get you. You don't. You don't have to show them your bankroll. You don't have to show them.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them how.
You don't have to impress them with anything.
Nothing. You know,
Right.
drive up in a Yugo and they're fucking fine. You know. It's just that's the beauty of the circle.
Yeah.
I mean, the circle is the most beautiful thing. There's no reason, and that families included in the circle. There's nothing. Pajamas, Walmart, Taco Bell, whatever. I mean, everything. There's no impression needed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're just your boys,
Yeah.
your girls, your family, whatever. So,
Don Santos, thank you for answering our questions.
kind of.
Should we move it on to the next segment? So that show.
We should recap it.
You're right. We should. We're gonna recap the first round of March Madness,
Nope, I'm already out.
Whoa, shit.
and not necessarily a specific recap, but I'll talk about recapping March Madness. Excuse me. Boy, you need a towel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dried up. Good. Solid.
Well, March Madness has had some upsets. I think my favorite part of the tournament is just watching teams actually play a full game that means something.
Yeah.
And also watching them with my wife is probably the
pretty
most
intense.
fun you could ever have.
That's how I spent yesterday. A lot of TV yelling. What the fuck?
She is so intense. It makes you buy into the game and think it's like
Yeah.
it's
Like the world's
you've
on
got
the line.
$1,000 riding on the game.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't even know who I picked. I'm just rooting for whoever's you're rooting for.
I was out the first day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you pick? You picked Arizona.
Yeah.
I picked Purdue, Arizona, and Kansas in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Oh, you're done.
All out.
Yeah.
Purdue, Arizona, and Kansas in the Final Four.
Final Four. Yeah.
That's funny. Are these
Purdue to win it. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, you're good.
This is
Yeah.
not from your.
I didn't do any brackets, but I did my wife's this year.
Did you?
It was
So you did
not
bracket
good.
then.
Yeah. Well, I did like 6 last year because I had to do 2 on theirs, 2 at the school.
Oh,
And then I did
yours and Andrea's.
1 at work. Yeah. Well, no, because I did 2 of hers also on yours. So I did 4 on your guys's. And then 2 for, or 1 at the school for me, 1 at the school for her.
Wow.
So this year I'm like, I'm not doing any of
That's
them.
a lot. Yeah.
But then Andrew's like, well, I got 1 at my new school. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me see it.
I almost picked this year before all the teams came out. Just wrote it in like this one,
Crayon?
the empty space, because It's like, I mean,
Yeah,
how
just
do
as
you
big as a
know?
chance to making it
I
that
mean,
way.
There's a guy that
Pick a
bets $100 on every underdog, and last year he did it, and he won. At the end, he netted $1,200. This year, he did the same thing. He's got to be because
He's killing
he
it
bets the
this year.
spread and also the. I don't get how that point.
Yeah.
The
The
plus
yeah.
888 whatever works, but like the 1 to 16 had to be.
Like the Furman game.
Yeah, that game had to pay him
$100,
$100, probably like $500.
It's only the second time in history that's happened.
Yeah,
Right.
The 1 to 16. Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
but these guys with the new NIL and the one and done and the portal, you don't know. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't. What are the chances of getting a perfect bracket?
It's never happened.
Today, in this,
Never been done.
I think after the first day, there was like 24 left in the world. After the first day of play.
really,
Yeah.
And now there's not. It's already.
Yeah, there's no way there's one
not
right now.
anyone- Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. That's never happened. You'd think in this day and age everything has already happened, but that the perfect bracket
It's
might
impossible
be the last
to
thing.
get everything
no
right.
one's ever got a perfect bracket.
I'm sure, maybe
right.
once.
Because they
Never.
do that
Wow.
with that Jimmy Buffett, no
Fallon?
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett?
Same guy. Same guy. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both rich. Just
Same
one's
idea.
a lot more laid back than the other.
He offers a bunch of money for a perfect bracket every year, doesn't he?
Yeah, probably because you don't have to pay it.
Yeah,
Well, I think ESPN, if you get a perfect bracket, they say $1 million.
yeah,
Yeah. But what are the chances?
yeah.
But and I've told this story ad nauseum. I worked at a sporting goods company, rival company to yours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was at Kimmel Athletic.
Oh,
And
wow.
we would do brackets, and we're all sports guys. And it's just, I was like, oh, we know what's going on. In the office, I call them the office frowns. They'd win every year.
Yeah.
Like what mascot they liked, what color of a jersey. And
Right.
they'd win every year. So, yeah, it's a joke.
It's tough one to pick.
Never been a verified perfect.
There, we're verified.
Never verified.
Oh, we've got technology working for us right
Yep.
now. Yeah.
So
Closest
somebody-
anyone ever came was in 2019.
So on this podcast, I'm going to, this is my inaugural run with your
Yeah.
podcast. I listen to Joe Rogan a lot,
Yeah.
and he's got a fat guy, and it's a fact, not fat, fat.
I'm the fat guy.
Fact guy. And it's the funniest shit.
I was like, yeah, Don, you can be on the show.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here. Thank you. Yeah, this guy just sits. His only job is to verify
Everything.
in live time
Oh, just
Yeah.
fact
what
check.
people are saying. I was walking down the street and a car was going 200 miles an hour and
Yeah.
flew off, whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy would be like, wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
Didn't
Yeah,
happen.
Googled it. Didn't happen.
I'd hate to be on that show when Burt Kreischer's on there with him.
And then there's guys that will throw these crazy shit like,
Yeah.
hey, I got this theory on stuff, and they will go fact check it, right?
Yeah.
And the guy will be like, you really want me to fact check this?
Yeah.
You are wrong.
Yeah.
And the guy's, just hoping that
Yeah.
there's some glitch in the system.
Yeah.
But
I haven't listened to that show in a long time, but I might have to come back to it.
I see the little clips
Yeah,
on
the shorts and
Instagram
stuff,
or
yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
he's got some. There's a lot of crazy shit because he does
Yeah.
Every
5
day.
a week.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's
3 hours. Of
Yeah,
show.
3-hour shows. Yeah, but there's a couple that are just like mind numbing. That
Yeah.
because one thing about him is he lets the guys talk.
Yeah.
He doesn't go, this is the way I'm thinking. The guy, he can talk, his guest can talk crazy shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And he'll just,
I
he'll
like
let him
it
go
when he
20 minutes and
goes-
go, okay, well,
Elon Musk smoking dope.
Yeah.
He'll go,
Yeah.
Show.
I like it when out of nowhere he goes, well, wait a second.
And he's like a 9th degree.
Oh,
yeah.
You can't fuck with the guy. I mean,
No.
you
He'd
can't
kick your ass.
Oh, he does there's a video of him doing a roundhouse kick that no one wants to be part of that thing.
Yeah.
Where he just, you look at him and go, Joe, you're tiring me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fight. No.
No, I'll pass.
There's none of that. None of that.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the Jocko podcast?
Chocolate.
Oh, yeah. He's what was he, like a Green Beret or something? Or a Ranger?
Yeah, I'm not sure which
Navy
one.
SEAL
but-
or something.
Yeah,
He was a Special Forces guy.
yeah, Special Forces. big Battle of Ramadi guy, that thing. He has a really cool part of his podcast is he has like Vietnam vets that wrote a book come on the show, and he kind of reads an excerpt from the book, and then the actual guy is there, and the actual guy is just grizzly, one half a leg or whatever. It's like, yep. And then they talk, and Jocko knows all the lingo.
Yeah.
They'll really talk to him, and those interviews are really good. But anyway, I have discovered him from Joe Rogan at some point. Some way down the road.
I know we're diverse. We're going way off. He does one where there's a guy up in Alaska called like the Bone Collector.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy has bought this property up in Alaska 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And it has millions and millions and millions of bones of dinosaurs. He can just go out there with a garden hose.
Yeah, and find
Oh,
something.
wow.
And he verifies everything with video, right?
We're fact checking that. It's actually billions.
Really. But if you just watch, at first I was like, yeah, right. And then I'm like, so I go on the other side and start Googling, and he had like 20 train cargo things full of bones.
Wow.
That he just was like, oh, yeah, throw them in, and he won't sell any of them.
What's the theory on it? Like,
No, they think that it was like a
Pangea thing?
Well, also it may be a death march for these, back in
Human bones?
No, dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Pay attention.
I know idea.
I just threw this
Going
out.
to the
We're talking about this, and I'm throwing dinosaur bones. But it was just the most. It was
Anyway.
a 3 hour run, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you got to give me more than this.
Speaking of runs, I'm pretty sure UCLA is gonna.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were talking about that. That's right. Okay.
No, that's interesting. So, like a death march of the asteroid hits down here, and everyone's
All the
escaping?
dinosaurs are like, we got to go to this certain area, this little area, and die.
Well, they made a movie of this.
Land
Ice
Before
Age.
Time.
Do you take anything serious?
I think Land Before Time would have been better.
Ice Age. Ice Age 2.
Well, Roy, what do you think? This has been a good show.
Yeah, it was good. It really did on a high note.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Tiff, one last chance. You want on
Yep.
the show? All right. Well,
Well, thanks for opening up your house to us and cooking
Yeah.
and
Thank
hosting.
you for coming.
Thanks for letting me live here.
Yeah.
have a great week, everybody.
Shout
Night.
out.